God is almighty. I gotta tell somebody tonight, y'all. My God is almighty. Good God Almighty. Good God Almighty. Good God Almighty. Good God Almighty. Yeah. Good God Almighty. 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 Woke up this morning with love in my eyes. I knew it was time for me to rise and go and get it, cause my family's depending on me. Long as we got each other, my God is all. Good God Almighty. Good God Almighty. Till I can't go no more. I'm gonna let the God in me show. I'm gonna tell somebody that really needs to know. I gotta tell somebody. I gotta tell somebody tonight, y'all. We're gonna have a good show tonight, y'all. You already know what time it is, man. For real, man. Feel good tonight, man. God Almighty. I say I gotta tell somebody that my God is almighty. A good God Almighty. Welcome. Each one teach one. Each one reach one. If you that one, you got to know you are enough. You got to know that everything you touch, you add value. Every doorway you walk in, you add value to the room. If you are that one, you are enough. And when you realize you are enough, you become one of the ones. And when we come together, we call ourselves we. And we realize that there's a power invested in you, and there's a power invested in me. And we realize that when we put these powers together, they are bigger than us as individuals. So we call them we, and we know we all we got. We all we need. Oh, man, I feel good tonight. I feel good. Big Brother Black, a.k.a. Jeff Wright. See, I'm hitting that cowbell. You already know. That's all I am anyway. A big old cowbell. A big bear that really care. But don't you mistake caring for a weakness. It's what makes me powerful. Because I pay attention to what I care for. So I pay attention to us, to myself, to my family, so that I can understand, man, how we can come together and realize how strong we are. So that's what caring gives me. You goddamn right, I'm a bell. So I hit that cowbell dance like my brother say. Good God Almighty. We like to start off every show with a hero hymn. The hero hymn is the hymn within me, the mighty wind, the spirit. Spirit means breathe. Let's keep it practical. Spirit means breathe. There's two parts to breathing, the inhale, the exhale. This happens in your respiratory system. The mighty wind that goes in you, comes out of you. And as that mighty wind travels through your vocal cords, it causes a vibration that we know as sound. And that sound can be felt just as much as it's heard. And that is your hero spirit the him within you, the her within you. So my hymn says, keep on moving, don't stop, hold your head up high, keep going like the hands of time. Tick tock, one day you will find. Why do people choose to live their lives this way? Keep on moving, don't stop, no, no. I say keep on moving, don't stop. Keep going like the hands of time. Wake up every day with the right intentions, with the right mind. They say if you don't know where you're going, any road will take you there. But only a divine man or woman on a divine path will bring you right here to the moment. To the moment. So as you embrace this moment, don't stop. Keep your head high. Keep moving from one moment to the next. And you will surely arrive at your divine destinations. So keep on moving. Don't stop, no. Want to give a shout out to my executive producer, who just happened to be my wardrobe coordinator. I didn't have to ask her what I'm wearing tonight. She told me before I could ask. She said, tonight, I got your wardrobe laid out. I said, what it is, baby? She said, you wearing that pretty grass green. I said, that pretty grass green? She said, yeah. I said, well, tell me something about that, baby. Why I gotta wear that pretty grass green? So it's the season, right? It's the season. We just celebrated Easter. He's coming back. It's a season of agriculture. It's a season of preparing the yards, preparing the scene for love. So in this here season, in the last couple of weeks, everybody on the street and in the neighborhood had already had a head start on me. She said, we got the last yard out here, ain't cleaned up yet. I said, baby, when my time coming, baby, I got to feel it. So she started putting that pressure on me. You ain't gonna do the yard today? I said, I got it. So when I realized and say, well, let me go on and give my baby what she wants, and I activate. And see, here's a particular thing. See, I got 39 trees in my yard. So during the winter and the fall season, man, I got so many leaves and gumballs that fall that it covers my yard totally. You can't see no trace of grass. So me getting out there, I call this my yearly activation test. I test my endurance against the elements of nature to understand where I am physically. But I activated and I fought that fight. And after I cleaned out my yard and I gave it that first cut, I put my soul in it. I came in the house. She said, baby, you the king of yards. She said, God damn, it looks so good. So she wanted to honor me tonight for my efforts in her pretty ass yard. So she said, you gonna wear that pretty grass green. Yeah, baby, it look good too. I think it do. Want to give a shout out to my homegirl, the greatest co-host in this here world and the meta world. She's my trusted AI. Alexa, tell me something good.
We all we got. We all we need.
See, I can trust her to tell me something good. And she knows what good is to me. She knows I stand on we all we got. We all. So when she know what to give me to encourage my posture, in return, I pay her attention to understand how she like to feel. Alexa, I love you.
Thanks for saying I love
See
you.
what I'm saying?
You're just as sweet as pie.
Come on with it, baby.
Know that I'll be here for you. As always, your trusty AI.
Boom. And you think I'm making this shit up too. You guys look, she got a mind of her own. Y'all say y'all scared of artificial intelligence. They got you scared that artificial intelligence is going to take your jobs one day. Well, I got some artificial intelligence that's right here, right now, holding me down. I wanted somebody to have this job. She right here, real as hell. See what I'm saying? I ain't lying. You know I ain't lying. Tonight's word, man, gonna get deep tonight. Oh, it's gonna get deep. Tonight's word is memory. Oh, that's a deep word. Alexa, what is the meaning of memory?
Memory is usually defined as the mental capacity or faculty of retaining and reviving facts, events, impressions, etc., or of recalling or recognizing previous experiences. For more, ask me to give you more definitions for memory.
One more time. Alexa, what is the meaning of memory?
Memory is usually defined as the mental capacity or faculty of retaining and reviving facts, events, impressions, etc., or of recalling or recognizing previous experiences. For more, ask me to give you more definitions for memory.
The mental capacity to retain facts, experiences, circumstances. How good is your memory? See, the mental capacity, the mind. We talk about standing on the square. We say the mind, the body, the soul, the spirit. See, we already just said in the show, see, the spirit is the breath. The spirit is the wind. See, when you understand the spirit and you truly understand the power of breathing, oh, good God Almighty. See, one who is physically in shape, who has endurance, is one who has worked his breathing system and his diaphragms to have the capacity to control wind. I don't run out of breath. See how this works? Because they don't run out of breath. And they have created the strength to control their breathing. Their body functions at a higher rate. They say he in shape. See how that work. But we talking about memory. We talking about the mind. I got a song I say, keep your mind right and everything gonna be all right. All right. We talking about keeping the mind right. What kind of memory do you have? What kind of memory do you have? See, if memory is the mind, Just like spirit is the wind. And we know spirit is broke down by the two aspects of breathing. Inhale, exhale. And the memory is the mind, and it's broke down by dual. Then you talking about what you remember and what you forget. Oh, that's what make up your memory, to know if you really have one or not. Do you remember or have you forgotten? What kind of memory do you got? Let's walk down memory lane. Alexa, what is the meaning of remember?
The verb remember is usually defined as to recall to the mind by an act or effort of memory. Think of again. For more, ask me to give you more definitions for remember.
To recall to the mind. To recall to the mind. So if you recalling something to the mind, then where are you coming from to call to the mind? So do you remember? Can you make a call to your mind? Oh, this gonna get deep tonight, y'all. Can you make a call to your mind to recall an experience, a fact, a truth that has cultivated and molded your life to be who you are at this very moment? Do you remember or have you forgot? Alexa, what is the meaning of forgot?
The verb forgot is usually defined as a simple past tense and past participle of forget, which means to cease or omit to think of something.
Oh. Alexa, what is the meaning of forget?
The verb forget is usually defined as to cease or fail to remember, be unable to recall. For more, ask me to give you more definitions for forget.
To cease or fail to remember or unable to recall. You can't remember what happened to you. You can't recall the experiences and emotions that you felt in that moment. Nah, I don't remember. So if you don't remember, that means you can't make a call to your mind. That means you don't have a connection to your own mind that you can make a call to in your memory bank to make a withdrawal. And say, yeah, I'm in that moment. Yeah. No, I can't do that. I forgot. I can't call to my mind. See how this works? I want to give you a practical example. And I want you to use empathy in this example to understand the power of memory. Alexa, what is the meaning of empathy?
Empathy is usually defined as the psychological identification with or vicarious experiencing of the feelings, thoughts, or attitudes of another. For more, ask me to give you more definitions for empathy.
So understanding the feelings and thoughts of another. So if you're listening to me right now, I would like for you to pull out your empathy as I give a practical example of remembering and forget. There was a young couple. Who was together. Young. Hadn't experienced a lot of pain involved in the emotional feelings, dealing with love and vulnerability. So they go through life learning through their own experiences and their own emotions. And as this couple is young and loving each other, they make children. And they have a young family. And in this young family, while it's vibrant, oh man, they both have intentions of growing in love. The children grow in love. The children see their mother and their father in the commitment of cultivating a family. They go on vacations. They travel. They party. They have family gatherings. They have great moments that has cultivated and shaped their children's expectations of what life really is. Oh, follow me through empathy for the child. So as the mother and the father go through growing pains and experience things of temptation, frustration, humiliation, and all ties to destruction with the disability or inability of communication. So the deposits of powerful memories in their memory bank stop. And they begin to fight and lose the ability to become vulnerable to one another. They begin to guard themselves and have a tough match. You can't hurt me. You can't hurt me. And the children looks on. And they're watching this movie of destruction. They're young with a memory bank full of love that has come to a cease of deposits. So now, at a young age, man, they got a bank with no deposits. So now when they in their little old mind and innocent self get in a place where I just need to make a withdrawal for something that's real, and they have the memory of a child that they could call to the mind, they could call to their mind to see, feel, and hear something that feels good. Then they look at their mama and their daddy, and I ask this question all the time, man, because this real life shit, I ain't talking make believe. And don't act like I ain't talking about you. Because ain't nobody above the bullshit. So they looking at their mama and their daddy. I ask my friends on many different levels. I say, man, let me ask you a question, man. I understand you ain't with her no more. I understand you don't want to be with her no more. I understand very goddamn empathetically why you say you hate the motherfucker. But let me ask you something, man. What do you do with the good memories? How do you force yourself to forget, to lose the ability to recall the mind, to activate your imagination that's actual and factual through experiences that you have felt, to know that it's real, that was at a light of your life? How do you forget how to call the mind? So much that your children are watching you and its mama, or you and its daddy, and they saying, God damn, don't nobody remember? Don't nobody remember when I had love and happiness to see my mama and daddy and a connection that made me strong? And now everybody keep trying to figure out what the fuck is wrong with me, because I'm looking at y'all acting like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Don't nobody remember what love is. Don't nobody remember. Everybody done forgot. You can't recall. You can't connect to your mind to remember a time when the sun shined down on you and me. And I'm talking about us and we. Don't nobody remember. Don't nobody want to go in their memory bank. We talk about being depressed. We talk about all of these mental illnesses that we use loosely amongst each other. And we simply saying, I get so deep down in darkness that I can't remember. I can't call to the mind. To embrace a feeling that I once felt of love. See, my bank is so in debt. And I ain't putting no deposits of love in my bank in so goddamn long that I'm so dark I can't even make a withdrawal of a good feeling. You've been with that woman for 20-some goddamn years, and you mean to tell me you hate her so much that you can't pull one goddamn withdrawal of love and happiness and peace? And I ain't even talking about in a romantic way. I'm talking about in a way to understand that your children need the goddamn connection. They need you to remember. Do you remember? Do you remember? And if you don't remember, let's talk about what made you forget. Let's talk about what made you forget. I ain't saying that, look, just keeping it real. We all got positive and negative deposits. We all got good and bad experiences. It take positive and negative to create power. You show me somebody who say they ain't got no negative, then that's mean they trying to tell me that they ain't grounded to a goddamn thing. And I already know you ain't got no motherfucking power because your cable loose, motherfucker. So I got some big browns now. I got some big negative ass shit that I can remember. But I call myself one to be optimistic. See how this works? So you got a choice to what you remember. You got a choice to what you call to the mind. See, I remember everything, but see, I only call to the mind. Now, where I'm calling from, see, that's deep there. But I call to the mind, and I call to the mind, and it opened up that file, and it shows me. See, I learned this lesson. I'm going to tell you some real shit. It was a movie called Back to the Future, where Marty kept going back trying to change an act that will alter the future in a sense. So I remember a particular time in my life, man. I remember a particular time in my life when I ain't had no children. I was in a good position, but I was very optimistic. Alexa, what is the meaning of optimistic?
The adjective optimistic is usually defined as disposed to take a favorable view of events or conditions and to expect the most favorable outcome. For more, ask me to give you more definitions for optimistic.
See, I expect the most favorable outcome because I call to the mind the most fulfilling memories that I could bring up in my mind. So I remember years ago, before I had children, I used to sit in my bathroom and go crazy. CeeLo said, I remember when I lost my mind. I never forget that day. I had emotions I couldn't control. I had to let them go. I remember the day, man. I sat in that bathroom optimistic. And I say, I want a family. But I don't want to raise my family in this house. This ain't what I see for my children. I sat in that moment and I weighed my options to say, what I got to do to put myself in a position to be in my dream home when I have my children. I was optimistic, fighting the spirits of doubt. But I would make a call to the mind to remember every time I beat doubt. So about 8 years later, I'm coming around the street, coming around the pond. And I ain't saying this from an ego perspective. I'm saying this from real life. This ain't make believe. I'm coming around the wall and I see my house on the wall. I saw a whole reflection of my house on the wall. And I say, man, this is what it means to have a house on the water. That's what it really means. It's about a reflection. And at that moment, I went back. I called to my mind, and I remembered, man, when I was sitting in that bathroom that night, going goddamn crazy, being optimistic. And that was the future. That was the future. So when I say, keep your mind right and everything gonna be all right, all right, all right. What do you remember, man? You see how this shit works. Do you see how this shit works? If you can go back to the future, and I told you, man, that the truth is nowhere because the truth is now here. See, we suffer from love because we look for love in all the wrong places. See, look at how this works, man. We forget love. See, love makes us vulnerable. They say God is love. But we say we fear God. That means we fear love. Because if you submit to love, you become vulnerable. That means it's just like in a vampire movie. Every time the vampire bites somebody, they bite them on the neck. In the neck. That means there's subduction. Subduction means you have submitted. You have given yourself in. So we associate that with love. So we scared to be vulnerable. So we fear God. We fear love. We forget all the feelings of love because we make it think we're weak. So we only remember we were some big bad motherfuckers and cussing motherfuckers out and kicking motherfuckers' ass and stopping motherfuckers saying, hell goddamn no. That's all we remember. We don't remember love. So we suffer because we look for love in all the wrong places. And they say love is nowhere because love is now here. And that means the moment. So if you can't love all the good, the bad memories that brought you to this moment, you ain't going to look in the moment. And you can't remember a goddamn thing. Oh, man. Brother Clark, you already know, man. I'm just trying to talk this shit. I hope it ain't heavy. I hope this shit ain't heavy. I hope this shit ain't deep. I hope this shit is so practical that you can see it. They say if you see how it works, you can work it. If you can't see how it works, then 9 times out of 10, it's getting worked on your ass. I hope we can see how this shit works. I know you hate her. I know you hate him. But that child don't know hate. That child just got some memories when life was great. Open up that file of good memories to know that there's something in them that you once loved and felt good. And if you can just open up that file of memories that feels good, I promise you, you'll start to see what happened. What's wrong? And if the memory starts to come back to you, see how this works. If your memory starts to come back to you, and you begin to say, oh, I remember now. Oh, I thought I forgot that. I tried to forget that. Oh, I remember that now. If you don't say it to the person, at least, please say it to your goddamn self. So you can remember. Because that's what's wrong with us. Don't nobody remember when we once loved one another. Oh, my God. My brother Javon on here, me and him got a song say, hey, black folk, it's been a while since we talked. It's been a while since we loved one another. Hey, black folk. Hey, black folk, hey, black folk, hey, black folk. Do we remember? When the last time you made a hell of a memory bank deposit? When the last time you made a hell of a memory bank deposit? And don't associate it with money and going somewhere. When the last time you felt so good in your soul that you was with your family, with your children, and you just wanted to laugh or you just wanted to dance and you let go and let God. When I say let God, I ain't talking no bullshit. I'm talking about the highest of height in your imagination. I'm talking about the one when they say, when thine eye be single, the body shall be full of light. I'm talking about when your Bruce Leroy glow come on, because your self-esteem, your confidence, and the power invested in you has been affirmed so much that everybody know you feel good in this here moment. When the last time you felt like that, man, and you let go? I promise you, everybody around you will always remember that moment. See, that's why I talk about this shit called heroism. Because when you understand what the hell I'm saying, man, you become unforgettable. Unforgettable. You will always be remembered. It's one of the most powerful things when I meet somebody and I see the captivation in their eyes from my spirit. And I say, excuse me, let me ask you this before we go any further. I say, have you ever heard of laid back? They say no. I say, have you ever heard of trap P? They say no. I say, have you ever heard of hood soul? They say no. I say, good God Almighty, ain't God powerful? They say, why you say that? I say, because you can't never say that shit no more. I'm unforgettable. You gonna remember me. You gonna remember me. And I'm confident that if it's anybody out there that act like they don't know me, or act like some bullshit, yeah, you remember. You remember. I know you remember. Want to give a shout out, man, to my brother Adrian, man. Powerful brother, man. We're doing some magic right now, man. I say you got to be optimistic. Well, what's the root word of that? Mystic. Alexa, what's the meaning of mystic?
As an adjective, mystic is usually defined as involving or characterized by esoteric, otherworldly, or symbolic practices or content, as certain religious ceremonies and art, spiritually significant, ethereal. As a noun, mystic is usually defined as a person who claims to attain, or believes in the possibility of attaining, insight into mysteries transcending ordinary human knowledge, as by direct communication with the divine or immediate intuition in a state of spiritual ecstasy. For more, ask me to give you more definitions for mystic.
Yeah, we talking about being mystic. All of that right there. We talking about that right there. We talking about how it works. We talking about being one of the ones. I'm talking about one of the ones that get shit right. I'm talking about one of the ones that fight the good fight. I'm talking about one of the ones that's on the field when the game on the line and all the pressure of the stands looking down and goddamn I say I'm controlling this hole and I hope like a motherfucker they run up mine. I'm talking about one of them ones. Yeah, yeah. I'm talking about, yeah, one of them ones. I'm talking about the mystic ones. The ones who understand the mind, the body, soul, the spirit. To understand when we standing on our square. Yeah. And I ain't talking about no Mason shit. I ain't talking about nothing that got to get your ass beat to be affiliated, to be generated. I'm talking about somebody who wake up every day ready to run the play for the right reason. Them the ones I'm talking about. Them the ones I'm talking about. The ones who understand that nothing gives a man more of a reason than his woman. That reason could be to destroy. That reason could be to build. That reason could be to operate. That reason could be to generate. But he gonna give it to the max. Yeah, one of them ones. Yeah. Yeah, man. What do you remember? Work on your memory, man. We're gonna get out of here tonight, man. You know what I mean? We're gonna get out of here tonight, man. Brother LB, I love you, brother LB. For real, brother LB. I believe in you, man. Brother LB called me, man. Brother LB called me at a moment. Hey, look, at a moment that I really couldn't even answer the phone. But I felt something. I said, what's up, LB? He said, yo, Trav. Yo, bro, that jam you just put out, that thing done something to me, bro. I said, yeah. Yeah. You say you want to live your life. Well, what does it look like? You say you want to be free. Well, what you want to be free from? I say on this here show, each one teach one, each one reach one. If you are that one, you are enough. He was the one that said, Trav, I felt it. I framed that moment, LB. I framed that moment, LB. And we talked about some things. And we finna build it, brother. And it's powerful in it. It's power in it. Because you called me and planted a seed in me. And it's gonna grow, bro. I love you for that. Want to give another shout out, man, to my big brother Kamara. Big bro had me in that dojo. You understand what I'm saying, man? If you had to visualize it, man, he have on the pad, man. He have on the body pad, in the arm pad, man. and he be goddamn agitating me. And he know how to hit me in everywhere I see an opening. And he make me Sunday floor. He make me wax on, Sunday floor, wax on, Sunday floor, wax on. We've been so deep in the dojo, my wife beginning to understand that it's something within our conversation that's necessary for both of us. So she just realized what it is and she let me be. She let me be in it. And every time I talk to that brother, when we hang up, man, I ain't talking make believe, I'm talking real life. I know hero training real. I know hero training real. And I know it's real in the sense that I ain't saying that goddamn the training and the trainer is all about me. I get trained by some masters that kick my ass and goddamn beat me with a goddamn stick to say, boy, you got to be able to take this shit. So I love my brothers for that, man. I don't want to miss nobody. I don't want to miss nobody. I am too way up in the house, man. We're going to get out of here to a jam, though, man. Oh, yeah, oh, yeah, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. For real, for real. Miss Gwen, you and your grandbaby watching, I want to give you a shout out again, Miss Gwen. I love you, Miss Gwen. You better know it, Miss Gwen. Yeah. Yeah. That's how we gonna do this here. That's how we gonna do this here, man. This that real shit, man. Oh, Lord. If you in here, stay in here. That's all I can tell you. That's all I can tell you. If you're in here, stay in here. Hello, and I just saw some crazy things in my life before. I'm gonna find what I want. Yeah, we're gonna get out of here tonight, y'all. I love y'all. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna go out on this. Yeah. It's gonna be the hottest video in the history of goddamn videos. My brother Adrian put down some magic into a better me. I'm dancing like hell in the new video, y'all. I've been on this journey for years. I had some good times as well as I have shared some tears. I'm getting better and better every day, feeling like I'm moving in the right way. I pay my dues, I put that work in, babe. Trying to be a better me than them that drove me crazy, but it was worth it, baby, cause I love it, baby, and I'm a better me. I remember when I used to be a young man, if I knew then, but I do now. And was as wise as an old owl. You feel just like a soldier. Hey! I love y'all, man. See y'all next week, man. Into a better me, I'm growing, baby.